I strongly believe that Africa is still in need of foreign aids. This concept has been distorted in Africa to the extent that everyone feels that we don't need foreign aid. But if you allow me to go back to the history, foreign international aid is how wealthier nations share with poor nations. That is the concept. And this concept is founded on the concept of sharing, which is inherently in us. Globally, we believe that it's good to share with those who don't have. Sharing is a global phenomenon that is founded on this concept of international aid. It is the concept of those who have share with those who don't in the society. If you look at the history, the concept was positive. Africa had just come out of colonialism, and the infrastructure wasn't that good. Both roads, ports, etc., etc. And in good faith, the Western nations decided to give, whether in soft loan, gift, or in finances, or in kind, to help Africa rebuild from post-colonialism. In the 19th century, this is as old as almost 100 years, even today. Building economies. The US, even today, is still helping nations to build economies. Germany, France, and Britain, they are still helping Africa to rebuild economies. Foreign aid is actually something that has evidence of changing lives and infrastructure. In early 1960s, countries like Malaysia, Korea, Indonesia, and Thailand were having 70% foreign funding, and they made use of it. Now, Germany, France, they are now giving into Africa. Africa is poor. Look at the diseases, killer diseases. The measles, smallpox, polio, hepatitis B is killing Africa. 15 million Kenyans are using ARVs through foreign aid. The BCG, the vaccination that I believe all of us here have a scar on their left hand, that's an indication of the vaccination that you went when you were young. And that was through foreign aid. And even today, over 48 million Kenyans currently are vaccinated by the BCG, polio, and all this is through the foreign aid. COVID-19, 19 million Kenyans have been vaccinated by the help of foreign aid. That is in record MOH data. Poverty in Kenya, 10 million Kenyans currently are on starvation. And then you tell me that we don't need foreign aid. What a big lie. Approximately 30% of Kenyans are facing starvation with no food, water. That is ILO data. And it's evidence over there. Security budget. Approximately in the Kenya budget, 2021-2022 budget, they were given, the security department were given 294 billion to be shared by the defense, NIS, police, and prison against a budget of 500 billion. That means they were given half of their budget. Now, if you say that Kenya and Africa don't need foreign aid, then Africa will continue to be poor. Actually, the data by World Bank states that by 2030, chances are that Africa might actually be on the percentage of 90% poor. Then, how can you tell me that Africa has grown? Irrespective of corruption, irrespective of the idea of dumping of products, that good idea of sharing should not be anchored on corruption. As a matter of fact, corruption is a management issue that can be wiped out if we completely agree that Africa is in need of foreign aid.